Hello students, let us start our discussion about thrust and pressure. So, what is thrust and what is pressure? Let us start our discussion more about it. As we know that if we applied some force on any surface, suppose that this surface of the board, normally, suppose that this is our hand and we want to apply some force normally on this surface, then the total amount of the force acting on this surface is known as thrust. Thrust is a special type of force that will always measure the component of the force along the perpendicular or normal of the surface. Okay, so if any force acting on any surface, then the component of the force acting perpendicular to the plane of the surface or normal to the surface, that is known as thrust. As we know that unit of the force is Newton. Unit of the force is Newton. So, how can we define 1 Newton? What is the amount of 1 Newton? Suppose that we have an object of 1 kilogram. Suppose that we have any object of mass 1 kilogram, and we want to move this object by applying some effort on this object. So, suppose that if we apply some force on this object and the amount of that force is 1 Newton, then what will happen with this object? Then if the ball, if the object is free to move in this direction, then this object will move and will also accelerate in this direction with 1 meter per second square. So, 1 Newton is that force, 1 Newton is that amount of force which when applied on any object, then the object will move with 1 meter per second square along the direction of the applied force if the mass of the object is 1 kilogram. Okay. So, 1 Newton can be defined as the amount of force which when applied on any object of mass 1 kilogram, then it will attain or it will move with an acceleration of 1 meter per second square. The Newton is the SI unit or MKS system unit of the force, and the CGS system unit of the force is dyne. In CGS system of unit, the unit of force is dyne. If we relate the dyne with the Newton, then we get 1 Newton is equal to 10 to power 5 dyne, because 1 Newton can be defined as 1 Newton is equal to 1 kilogram meter per second square. So, if we convert this MKS system unit into the CGS system, then we get 1 kilogram equal to 10 to power 3 gram. 1 meter equal to 10 to power 2 centimeter, and 1 centimeter means 1 centimeter, so centimeter power minus 2. So, from here we get 10 to power 3 into 10 to power 2, that is 10 to power 5 gram centimeter per second square. 10 to power 5, this gram centimeter per second square is known as dyne. Okay. So, 1 Newton is equal to 10 to power 5 dyne. 1 Newton is equal to 10 to power 5 dyne. This is a simple concept of the unit of the force, as we well know. Thrust is also a special kind of force, and the force, if acting on any surface, is normally to the surface, then that force is known as thrust. Okay. So, thrust is that force, thrust is that amount of force which is always acting normal to the surface upon which it acts. Okay, so we can understand it in other terms also. Suppose that if we apply some 5 newtons of force by our hand normally to the surface, then thrust is 5 of Newton. But if we apply a force of 5 Newton along in this direction, that makes a particular angle between the plane of the board. Suppose that this is the plane of the board and the force acting by our hand along this direction. Okay, so this is the plane and the force is acting in this direction. The angle between the force and the plane is 30 degrees. Suppose that, then the amount of this force just perpendicular to the plane of this surface, the amount of this force which is just acting perpendicular to the plane of this surface, this is treated as thrust. But the component of this force which acting towards or parallel to the surface of this board, that cannot be assumed as thrust. The component of this force normally to the surface is assumed as the thrust. Okay, so suppose that this angle is 30, then this angle will be equal to 60. So amount of this force along this direction becomes what? This becomes F cos 60 or F sin of 30. Okay, so in simple case you can define it as the amount of the force acting on any surface normally is known as thrust. Now come to the topic pressure. What is pressure? Suppose that thrust acting on any surface and the amount of the surface on which the thrust is acting. If this is the particular area on which our hand applied some thrust. Okay, so amount of thrust is F and the area on which this thrust is applied is A, then pressure applied on this surface can be defined as the thrust per unit area. Thrust per unit area. Okay, so pressure can be defined as the thrust per unit area or force per unit normal area is known as pressure. As we know that the unit of force is Newton, unit of area is meter square. So unit of pressure is Newton meter square, Newton per meter square. Okay, so from here we get Newton per meter square. It means if we write the unit of this pressure in kilogram meter and second, then we get unit of pressure P is equal to Newton per meter square or Newton per meter square. This can be written in both the type. So this is also known as Pascal. This is also known as Pascal, PA. 1 Newton per meter square is known as 1 Pascal. Pascal is the unit of pressure. The Pascal unit can be achieved by the science committee on the honor of the Blaise Pascal, great physicist. Okay, so 1 Pascal is equal to 1 Newton per meter square. Another unit of pressure is ATM, 1 ATM. It means atmospheric pressure. The full name of the ATM is 1 atmospheric pressure. So what is the 1 atmospheric pressure? Suppose that if we take 1 meter length and 1 meter breadth of any square plane, okay, if we take a 1 meter square plane, then what will be the total weight of the air contained by this plane if we are going just vertically upward up to the last of the atmospheric region. It means suppose that if you take this is a surface on the earth and we take a square at the surface, this is a region, and we raise, there is a wall and this can be covered with some glass materials. Suppose that thin glass materials, one wall that has a width of 1 meter and height just equal to the width height of the atmospheric region, and here is also a wall, here is also a wall, and here is also a wall. So this becomes a cuboid, and the total air column contains some weight. If there is a air contained in this cuboid by the atmospheric region, so total weight of the cuboid will be equal to 1 atm. This is 1 atm. So on calculation we will obtain the value of 1 atm is 1.013 into 10 to power 5 Newton per meter square, or 1.013 10 to power 5 Pascal. Okay. So 1 atm is equal to 1.013 10 to power 5 Pascal. This is a simple relation between atm and Pascal, also atm and Newton per meter square. Okay. The weight of the air column of 1 meter side, and the height of this air column is at the length of the atmospheric region. Okay. So the total weight of the atmospheric region, because the area is 1 meter square, so total weight, that is total thrust, will be equal to 1 atm, the thrust per unit area, because area is 1 meter square. So total air in 1 meter square area will be the weight of the air column. So this will provide the concept of atm. 1 atm is equal to 1.013 10 to power 5 Pascal. Now there are so many different units of pressure. There is bar, torr, mm of Hg. So there are different kinds of units of pressure also, which we will discuss in our next lecture. Okay. Before discussing these, let us solve some numerical problems based on the concept of thrust and pressure. Some different examples are given in your NCERT textbook. So solve that examples and also solve some text questions. Till now we will discuss the different types of unit of pressure in our next lecture, and also solve different numerical problems in our next lecture. Till now, take care. Thank you.